And we are live once again. Thank you so much for joining us here on Trick Roll. We have an expanded cast and also a reduced cast because Jesse couldn't make it today. But I will let everyone introduce themselves. We're going to start off with Kyle since you are our regular.
Hello, I am Kyle. I broadcast under Flint Ewood 756 here on Twitch, and I am playing the human Soul Blade rogue, Joseph Lucerno.
And
who is,
Arshus.
oh, sorry.
Yo, I'm Arshus. Today I will be playing the hammer-loving half-orc brute fighter, Orc Fagnar.
And Shiv.
Oh, hi, I'm Shiv. I go Shivlock on Twitch. I will be playing the sturdy but feeble Janlos, Turtle Cleric.
And Sean.
I love that, the cleric. Hi, I'm Sean. If my eyes look weird on stream, it's because I am, in fact, visually impaired. So deal with it. I am playing Rogue, the Bard, half-elf.
All right. Well, last time we were on stream, Joseph and Arshus, Fangnar with his orc, and King Gilith were escaping from the Storm Giant's humble abode, where they had in fact stolen a gem from him, a lightning crystallized. And thank you for those who dropped in for just 1 minute just to say hi. So hi. I have attention deficit. I don't know I have it. I just have a poor attention span. Shiny things. Anyway, they were running down the mountain. Joseph, because he rolled a 1 on a survival check, is missing toes off his foot because he got frostbite. And because of that, he is slightly slower than normal. But only a little bit, because I'm mean, but I'm not totally evil. That's
I'm mean, but I'm not a dick.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's how I do evil rolls. So right now you are all customarily meeting in a tavern. There is a gray gnome named Remy who has gathered you all together. So here's the long and short of it. I bought up your debts. You owe me now. That means you owe this guy now, pointing over to Joseph. You help him out with his little adventure. All your debts are wiped clean.
Yeah. Just so that you know what Joseph looks like. He's around about 5'11" with a completely bald shaved head and a double earring that pierces into the cartilage of the upper ear and then into the lobe as well, with a chain that connects them both. And there is smoke billowing out from his studded leather armor. So, from what I understand, these debts are quite sizable, which makes it great that I have something that is quite important to me, that once this is done, we can consider these debts paid.
Well, that would be fantastic for sure. Absolutely. I'm in.
Well, let it not be said that I don't also give you a chance to know exactly what you're getting into as well. We're going to be breaking into Rook Iron prison from underneath.
Well, shit.
Prison break. What?
Yes. Well, the Iron Duke has placed one very dear friend of mine into permanent holding down there, mainly because he's not one to part very well with certain valuables, and well, when you get caught, it's kind of a bad thing. But
Could you elaborate just a little bit on that bad thing?
no. I think wrought iron in and of itself kind of explains it. Never seeing the light of day ever again.
Yeah, for you guys, basically wrought iron is literally the worst prison. Like, people would prefer execution sometimes because it's literally just a old mine that they throw you into, and they only send down supplies if you send up iron. Anyone who goes in, there's only been rumors that some people got out, and those are just rumors.
So we may not return.
That's
Oh.
why your debts are already taken care of for going in. Because if you don't come out, nobody's really going to care that you owed anything.
Ah,
And if you do come out, nobody's going to really want to hunt you down because you got out of wrought iron prison.
Ideally, no one's ever going to know you were there, stupid. I don't need my reputation getting out that I helped with this. So you didn't go in, you didn't come out, it never happened. How are you even a rogue if you announce stuff like this? Jeez. And Remy just gets up and storms off.
I didn't say I was a good one.
Is your name Rogue too?
No, my name is Joseph.
Oh.
I am just a rogue by trade.
I'm Rogue by name, Bard by trade.
Okay. So,
Has any of you done this type of thing before? You know, breaking into crazy security prison stuff?
totally.
well,
Insight.
Okay.
I've broken into castles. I've stolen an entire well, I've helped in stealing an entire kingdom off of a former ruler. I figure with this, with the plan that we have and tunneling from underneath into the mine and then escaping back through that tunnel with the with loot, if there is any, as well as my friend and anybody else willing to help us to get him out, so long as they're not, murderous, cannibalistic psychopaths, then yeah, this should be a bit easier than breaking into the Iron Duke's castle at midnight and trying to slip through while the guards change.
That sounds good to me. Is everyone else as confident?
Fang I got ale.
Huh.
We'll be fine. Don't you worry, Rogue.
At this point, a 9-foot tall behemoth of a half orc with basically a hammer equivalent to the Buster Sword walks towards basically a small casket of ale. Sits down.
Where did I didn't even know that they sold it by the casket, or did you just show up point and they just handed it over?
Yes.
That's good to know.
See, look, Rogue, we got this big guy and we got him and then we got you. We'll be fine.
Don't worry. Any trouble, Big Hammer will solve it.
I am happy to put my trust in Big Hammer. Yes. And he'll just take a sip of ale and be like, oh.
Well, soon we should be meeting up with the kobolds who have been digging out the tunnels into the mine. as well as a few of the deep gnomes who have plotted out the course. And then from there, once we go into the actual shaft, we'll then be able to infiltrate into.
No, no. Say like you're gonna say it. Hold on. Let's word this the proper way.
No.
Once we go down the shaft and penetrate the hole, we'll be able to release the prisoner. Got it. Got it.
Yes,
Yeah.
release your prisoners.
And this is where I will say that he has Remy did leave you with directions for where you were going to meet your contact. And that's all I'm going to say in regards to everything you just told everybody.
Joseph just slowly stands up and starts leading. Well, he goes over to the bar, pays for everybody's tab, and then he just starts leaving the pub, motioning for the rest of you guys to follow him while shaking his head very slowly.
So just to keep everything rolling, whatever mundane gear you needed for this adventure, you've already got it. I don't think anybody could afford magical gear, even if you were requesting it. So, like I said, if there's something specific, pretty much just assume you got it. If it's more unique, maybe bring it up now.
I now want half plate. Oh, not full plate.
Do you have money?
He have big hammer so he can get money.
Oh,
Oh, then that's for future adventures when you join us in other games. But right now, no, we're not going to stop so you can go armor shopping by hitting the armor with a hammer until you take it. Because that's a whole separate adventure.
big guy, can you wear this? And I hold up like scale mail.
I have scale mail.
Well, fuck you too, and just put it back.
So, Joseph, are you heading to the cave that you were supposed to meet your contact in?
Fagner looks at the tortoise. I hunt dragon duck. Could always do a tortoise soup.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. No, that's okay.
I just look at Fagnar and go, "Are you sure that you really want to tell him that you want to suck on his broth?"
That's kind of what it sounds like. Looks like he wanted to suck on my light staff.
Hey,
I
what stays in Halloween Town happens in Halloween Town stays in Halloween Town.
Yeah, that's how I've heard it said too, as well. Yes.
All right, Joseph, lead the way.
I'm going to lean into my new turtle friend and say, I don't know if I really like these people or if I'm terrified.
It's okay. Bit of both is fine. Listen, worst case scenario, we just put them first. He looks dumb and has a big hammer. He's not going to think anything of it. It'll be fine.
Okay, rolls perception. Okay, that is 1-6. Never mind. Like Fagnar is stupid, but he is relatively wise. The scary thing is Fagnar is usually the wisest member of the party.
My dice roll are gonna kill my character, so don't worry. You don't have to worry about that. I got my death covered. Don't worry.
No deaths are pre-planned by the DM, but what players do, I can't control.
Fagnar not fond of PvP. Like he's fond of HV.
I would agree.
And Moonbow Rose says hi, Sean.
Oh, hey, how are you? Oh yeah, so I'm a cast member on a stream called Misty Steps, which is Tuesdays at 4 p.m. PDT, and Yeah, she's one of the regulars. So welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much for dropping by.
Thank you. So, let's. Uh, Joseph will just show everyone the way into the point to get to our contacts, and he'll just keep shaking his head every so often, like what have I done?
So you were all meeting in the city of Iron Rook. So you're basically just going
Hello?
outside the city into one of the abandoned mines. And after you've gone through a little ways, you finally find the description of your contact, who is about a 6-foot humanoid bird person, particularly more of a crow-like look to them. And this is a dire corby, who are natives of the Underdark and occasionally can help people travel around.
Like I've always said Dire Corgi.
Corby.
I was about to say the same thing.
I'm going to clear my throat with a drink of Maw Energy because I'm going to need energy to get through today.
And what
We
flavor
also
do
do
you
terrible
have-
product placement here.
What flavor
nights
do you
just
have today,
started.
Andy?
I am drinking Blue Buzz. No, I played the ad before, so I didn't have to do the whole spiel, but you're going to make me do it anyway. No, the dire corby is kind of standing there looking at you.
On 4 legs with a fluffy tail or no fluffy tail?
With claws and a beak. Since Sean doesn't know, I put on a raven mask.
Nice.
Is kind of looking at you.
I just look over, I just look him up and down, and then I go, Walt sent me.
Walt sent you. This is Andy asking.
Come on, you gotta get that reference.
I get that it's from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I don't know why you're saying it to a bird.
Because it's the code word to get into the club, the speakeasy.
Speakeasy.
You guys knew the Raven Queen? As I look at the bird person.
He just kind of goes, Remy?
Job?
Yeah.
Follow.
All right.
And he starts to make his way down through the various tunnels.
Fangna will go first because apparently he will be the tank of this group.
Just so I'm clear, did you go in front of the dire corby, or are you
No, no.
following him?
Following.
Okay.
He's stupid, not that stupid.
Well, with you, I have to double check.
Yeah, you have to kind of check.
Hey,
It's one of
he's
those-
only got he's only got a -1, not a -3.
I know, but still, it's you as a player also. I have to double check.
It's true. Chaos
Fair.
is my middle name.
I'll take them in the rear,
Okay.
I bet you will.
and I'll. How dark is it? Is it dark or is it well lit?
There's going if you need lanterns, you can have lanterns, but this is an old mine shaft. There are some glowing crystals, but at this point they are just barely above useless.
Okay.
So there's enough light that you won't get lost, but you might kick something if you're not careful.
Oh, okay. So before we start, I'd like to just go tap my new buddy in the back and cast light on him, just on his hammer, and just
Okay.
kind of walk away. All right, buddy. How's it going? Cast
Fangna,
light.
Fangna has dark vision.
Oh, we don't. I don't.
Look, it looks a glowing hammer. Looks down. Looks a glowing hammer. I approve. I can show them the light.
You can show us the way.
Dire Corby is sort of
the
shielding his
world.
eyes while he gets used to all that. Gives you a bit of a glare. Says, "Follow, danger," and starts walking again.
I'm not danger. I am Orc Fangna.
I am light. It's just like, oh, that's like walk by.
Working in a coal mine, going down, down.
Okay, I approve of that. Oh, and that also reminds me, I always forget about this every time. We have trick rolls for everybody today because a good looking and handsome person bought them. I meant to say that in a strong bad voice. But-
Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't buy anything for anyone.
Well, these I'm gonna murder you all. I'm just gonna say trick rolls
We're gonna
are
die,
a
guys.
1d4 modifier for any one of your rolls. I do those instead of inspiration because it's more chaotic. So everybody, including me, gets one.
Ooh.
And thank you for singing that song because that's what reminded me. Because normally I would have guaranteed you inspiration for that, but
Oh,
no,
thank you.
the D4s, people can buy them for us on our Ko-fi, which you can find through Twitter. I'll do all the links later because it's below. But yeah, I want to get back to the story. I just get distracted. And trick roll are important for you guys because I will be using them to kill you shortly.
We're not
So-
gonna die.
Aw,
It's just we got
that's
a
a s-
hammer guy.
That's the sweetest thing you've ever said to me.
That is true.
Nobody's ever talked that dirty to me before.
So
I would say the same, but well,
as your guide leads you further and further into the winding tunnels,
I mean, feather and feather.
And we're penetrating further and further into the shaft. Got it. Got it.
well, thank you everyone for joining us for our final episode of Trick Roll. Rocks are gonna fall. You're
And
underground.
another-
I can just murder you all. Pick up with Giles next week.
So what do we see? Asks the blind guy.
Hold on. It's gonna take me a minute to recover.
I am clapping. If it's no,
I'm just shaking my head because, dear God, what did I get
And I
myself
point.
into? I love you all already, but you're already 30 minutes in. You're exhausting me.
I point.
Well,
and I'm like, I see the light.
that's usually what happens with my partners.
I'm surprised anybody can last 30 minutes around you. I'm surprised you can last 30 minutes for that matter.
Like,
Anyways, there's not too much to be seen in the tunnel. It is, well, I mean, it's being lit up by the hammer, but it's still an empty mine. You're making your way through. Does anybody have a passive perception above 15?
Yes.
Okay.
no, I don't.
No,
I have.
actually,
I have.
no, I don't. I have a 14. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
okay. Well then, for the most part, you're having, it seems like your Dire Corby guide is leading you around randomly, but he's walking with purpose. Eventually, you get to a large rock that he'll kind of point to and says, "Pass there."
Thank you. I don't believe I ever asked your name, good sir. Did I?
No, didn't.
May I ask your name?
He kind of looks at you for a minute and says, "Debt spade," and walks off.
That was very cool.
No, I think he just said something bad and just walked away. I don't think you got his name.
Either way, it was very cool.
Enough talking. Time for hammer. Hammer time, if you will.
Dun, dun, dun.
Can't touch this. Copyright.
Okay. Yeah. Joseph just looks at everyone and goes, "All right, just so that we're all on the cutting edge of the forefront of this. Once we get in, there is no turning back until
So-
we get our target out of there."
Fangner goes forward.
So there's no back door. Got it.
No back door. Got it.
Technically, we're coming in through the back door.
Of
just-
course we are.
The setups are just too good. Like way too good. Oh, poor Andy. He's gonna kill us all. Like,
You know, I
What's
have
funny-
2 different subscription services for drinks. One is Maw Energy. The other is Bruisey, where I make my own wine. I'm about to go and combine the 2.
What's really fun-
Because you want to be very awake for all your mistakes.
I think I've already acknowledging most of my mistakes. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
hello. I'm
Hello.
chaos embodiment. I'm the
Oh.
embodiment of chaos.
What's funny for me is on my other stream, I play such a wholesome character. This is so different. I love it.
Uh,
Yeah, because that was my question to Moon. Was are you always like this? I'm glad to let you expand your horizons.
yes, yes. So
I'm all about expanding. Yes.
one of my character has
Through
a
the back
negative.
door.
Yeah, one of my character has a -1 in modifier in intelligence. Not a very smart person whatsoever. But the other one is complete opposite, super smart, and this one's just the balance of both.
So you're spreading your wings like an eagle.
Yes, I'm getting out of my shell.
I have. Anyway, forward
We can't turn back. Don't look back.
in
Don't you ever
anger.
look back.
Never look back.
In anger.
We move forward, apparently.
Okay. There he just pointed towards a big rock and left you there.
Like looks at that rock. Do I hit?
Sure. Or we could try looking around it or moving it. like
You said
pushing it.
you said sure, and as soon as you said sure, he went.
Yeah.
Make an athletics check with advantage because you're using a hammer. That's good leverage.
That's a nat 20. 28.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll let you choose. Does the rock, do you launch it like from a catapult or does it crumble?
Like 4.
Okay. So the rock goes flying down, possibly in the direction the dire Corby was walking. But you don't know because there's a loud clatter as a boulder goes flying, Indiana Jones style, rolling away down the cavern. Rocks are already falling.
Yep.
Behind the rock, there was a small passageway. It's enough that you will all be able to squeeze through, but the larger ones are going to have a slightly harder time. Joseph and I've already forgotten the else. Oh, Rogue, Joseph and Rogue, you two won't have any trouble. Our turtle friend,
Yeah.
and Fengnar, because you keep bragging that you're 9 foot tall with a hammer to match. You both need to make dexterity checks to get through.
Yeah.
Crap.
And I'm 8'4", so I definitely need that.
It's not the size. It's not the length of your body that counts. It's how well you use it in battle.
I rolled an 11.
I rolled a 6.
Okay.
After those jokes, I think that's appropriate.
Yeah.
So, Joseph, you are already canonically carrying around grease as part of your toolkit. You're gonna have to lube up the turtle.
Wait, why me? I rolled an 11. He rolled a
Yeah,
6.
and that's why you get most of the way through, but they're gonna have to put some grease on the shell for you to slide through.
Lube me, daddy.
Fengnar is just gonna have to be drenched to the point he might be flammable.
Ooh,
I'm saying
hey.
that so you have a choice. You potentially have him be a fire hazard, or you make more noise and make the hole bigger.
Like Fangor is frustrated, so he can't get through. So he's going to like this is Fangor, so and his motto is if problem can't be solved with big hammer, it cannot be solved.
Okay.
No.
So they're trying to stop Fangor.
Yes. Joseph will just oil Fagnar down and then ease the. Oh God.
Are you?
I'm just gonna say I've got ways to work around this. I don't want to get into the bound chicken wow wow type of situation. So
It's funny you say that. I was just about to say that Rogue is going to pull out his ukulele and start playing kind of a wow 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 wow.
If I feel anything rising, I'm going away.
we may not be a family show, but we are definitely going to get kicked off Twitch if you go any further.
Bro,
Do not get me banned from Twitch. I can go to YouTube. I don't mind. I don't want to get kicked off any platform.
I just grease them up and slide them through.
Okay.
thank you.
All right.
Wee.
You can both just get through, but if you really want to, you can make that same check at advantage, knowing that if it goes wrong, I get to have fun with how bad it went.
Oh, we're definitely doing this.
Do it.
I like
I'm
it when
so-
players like, yeah, go
So
ahead.
glad it was at advantage, but I still rolled a 10. So
Okay. So you managed to get through a little bit of scraping, but nothing too bad.
And a 12.
A 12. Okay, you get through without going full slip and slide.
that's always good.
But a large
Yeah.
clatter was made just from the removal of the hammer of the rock. And then all of that just to get everybody in. But you're inside.
I'm very disappointed with this group right now. He made a slip and slide comment and nobody made a joke about water sports.
I
Hey,
think he just
we
did.
have standards.
Okay, understood. I know where
We
the line
do?
is.
I just had a rough
Sometimes.
guideline. I wouldn't call those standards.
I don't know about standards. We just shoved ourselves into the hole while we lubed up. So
Well, at least I know where the
Well-
line is now. I'm
Well,
good.
in all fairness, you have to lube up before you go into the back entrance. Only fair.
he would know.
And so Rogue's gonna just turn to everybody and just be like, hold on a moment. I'm just we were pretty loud. Can we just take a little moment to listen and see? This is a very scary place and we're supposed to be sneaky, right?
You, Rogue, you said you were barred, right?
Yes,
Do you have precipitation?
I do not.
What sort of bard does have the? If Fagnar dog shakes.
Dog shakes.
It's because some actually like leaving the evidence behind. But
So
yeah,
anybody who is actually listening, give me a perception check because
All right.
I'm going to move things forward, whether you guys want to or not.
Ooh.
Perception check.
17.
17. Okay. Let's just see if anybody got higher.
21.
I don't see shit. I rolled a nat 1. You're welcome.
Okay.
Welcome to my world, says Sean.
When Fagnar did his dog shake, you got oil in your eyes. But for those of you who did get the good, you stop, you get everybody to be quiet for a minute, except for Jan over there, trying to see again.
In a while.
It is dark, but there's slightly more light here. It's dim light for the purpose of moving around. You do hear off to the side, there is something that is scuttling around. It's down a couple of paths, but it doesn't seem to be moving towards you.
Fagnar take out big hammer.
How long does the big hammer glow?
The big
I
hammer
think it's about an
glow.
hour.
I'm checking now.
At least 10 minutes.
1
right?
hour. 1 hour.
Okay. Yes. Fagnar takes out his glowing hammer.
But at that point, since I can't see and he's shot me in the eye, I kind of snap my fingers and it doesn't glow anymore.
Oh, okay.
I light up my hooded lantern
Okay.
and I hold it above my head to make myself appear bigger. Because when you're surrounded by big people, you need to act bigger than everything else.
Compensate.
So, do you move towards the sounds or away from them? Because I've got lost in all this.
No, I can't hear the sounds, so I'm just
Yeah.
looking at Orc, going, what? Why did you bring up the hammer already to bring the
I
hammer
hear-
down again?
I hear scuttling.
And I just have to give this shout out to Moonbow. If your hammer glows longer than an hour, consult your doctor.
I'm
It
so
was
proud.
too good not to repeat.
No, Fangner does have Doctor Feel Good.
So you're making your way towards the sounds. I guess, Fangnar, how are you approaching?
In a typical Fangnar way.
So you just went running with the hammer overhead.
Pretty much.
Okay. You see in the dimness, these are large chitinous creatures. There seems to be about 3 of them. They are, well, they're looking at a wall until you come running up. Then they all turn to look at you.
Hammer down.
All right, roll initiative. Fangnar will be able to go in the first round. Anybody else will be able to pick up immediately
Nine.
after.
19. Look at that.
16.
20.
30, 10.
Okay, let me get this in the proper order. Who had above 15?
Me.
Okay. Above 17.
Me.
Okay. Kyle, what was yours?
20.
20. Okay. So Joseph, then Shiv, or I'm going to be calling your character Jan because that's easier for me to pronounce.
That works.
Okay.
That works.
Who was next?
Fangnar rolled 16.
Okay. And
Got a 10.
Rogue 10. All right. And these guys did not do well at all, but they will still be going in the first round. But Fangnar, you get to attack. There are 3 of these big creatures. Well, they look like giant bugs, basically. They're medium sized, but they kind of got a bug look to them.
Time for some extermination.
Okay.
More he hits them all. 23.
23 does hit.
So that's 8 bludgeoning and 1 brute force.
Okay.
Second attack. 12. I'm assuming that does not hit.
That does not hit. So just 8 points for the first round of damage?
9.
9? Okay. All right. So as you hit this thing, you pull back your hammer and you see that it already has rust growing across it. It takes a -1 penalty to damage rolls. These things are going to now attack you. But apparently not very well. What's your AC?
16.
All right. That one will hit. Okay, so one of them hit you with a natural 20. So you take we're just going to use the average right now. That's easier. You're going to take 10 points of piercing damage as this thing bites you. And you said you were wearing scale mail armor right now?
I am double checking. Fangnar is wearing chainmail.
Chainmail. Okay. Your armor is going to take a -1 also.
Ugh.
And now is top of the initiative, Joseph.
This is where actually Joseph is going to come into his own. Because instead of pulling out metal blades, Joseph starts throwing purple psychic rapiers at the first monster that was just attacked by Arses.
Okay. Roll for that.
So, oh, great. Why does it always have to go back to that section whenever? Right, so let's clear all, and then that. I rolled a natural 1.
All right. I'll give you a choice. You describe to me how you failed, and I'll decide the consequences.
So you see Joseph just act like as if he's throwing a weapon, and there's like a purple fizzle that comes out from his hand, and his eyes are glowing purple, but then suddenly it all just stops. And he's just looking around going, that doesn't normally do that. Normally something comes out.
You take 3 psychic damage. And I should have used my trick roll to make that more painful for you just for the added joke, but I get the feeling there will be more pain to come. Do you have 1 attack or do you have 2 at this point?
I have only 1 attack at this point, but I
Okay.
can use my bonus action to do it again.
Okay.
So actions. Psychic Blades. Alright, bonus attack. And the second one is a 25.
25 hits.
All right. Do I get my sneak attack on it?
Yes, you do.
All right. And so that in total comes to 14 damage.
Okay. So it is still up, but it appears like it is having a very, very bad headache. Fengnar, it is your turn.
Is this a normal initiative order?
Yeah.
Yes.
Should
Oh,
be
yeah,
me.
that's right. That means it's you, Jan. Sorry.
It's like, oh no, I'm already getting skipped. So is our friend still very flammable?
Yes, he is.
Well, you better hope I don't miss. So yeah, I'm actually gonna like kind of like hold out my hand and I'd shoot the same guy, but hopefully not that one and shoot our Fangler
Yes.
guy. And I'm
Yes.
gonna
Aim
do Scorching-
carefully.
yeah, I'm gonna do Scorching Ray.
Okay.
I get to shoot 3 rays of fire. I can hurl them at one target. Oh, make a range attack spell for each ray on hit takes 2d6. Oh, okay. So I'll just do this like is 18 hit.
18 hits.
Okay, let me just get all the attacks.
Yeah.
26
26 will hit,
and a 20.
and a 20 will hit.
I'm gonna hit-
Nice.
Yeah, so we're just 1. For a total of 18 points of fire damage.
Okay. What was the first roll you made? Because
The-
that's going to be enough to take down the
Oh,
first one.
5 damage.
Okay. So yeah, the first one is he's got a nice crispy center to him now. All right. So you can hit the next you can spread out the attacks or you can just focus on one.
I'll focus on 1.
Okay. So what was the next 2?
7 and 6.
7, 6. All right. So 13.
13.
Okay. Yeah, that one's taking notice of you. But it is now, it actually is Fengnar's turn.
Final turn to Christy critter number 2
All right.
and hits with Maul.
Hit with Maul.
Nope. 11 and 15.
All right. The 15 will hit. Your hammer will take another -1. But roll damage.
14 bludgeoning
Okay. 14 bludgeoning. Wow.
and 3 brute force. So
Okay.
17 total.
Yeah, you crush the head of this one. I mean, your hammer still takes the negative, but you still crush it with its own food, which is an ironically painful way to go. Rogue, there is one left.
Okay. Rogue is when was it Fangnar? I want to make sure I'm saying it right.
Yes.
Yes.
Rushed forward. Rogue just kind of put his face in his hands and just slowly walked up, just taking his rapier out and kind of twisting it and just shaking his head. And he's just gonna walk up and just try to stab it into the creature's face.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit.
17 hits.
That's good. So that's 1d8, 6 plus 3, so that's 9.
Okay.
And for the heck of it, I'm gonna use a bardic inspiration and do psychic blades.
Okay.
So that's an additional 3d6. So 6, 5, and 3. So 14 plus 9. What's that? 23.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 23 total damage, 14 of which is psychic.
Okay. It is still alive, but it's got another massive headache going on. Your blade will take a -1 for touching a rust monster. So that's just for damage going forward.
Mhm.
And do you have that was your bonus action also?
No, that was just part of that. So
Oh,
I do have
okay.
a
Do you
bonus
have a
action.
second attack?
I don't. I'm
Okay.
debating whether to use a inspiration on somebody. Actually, does anybody look particularly hurt?
So far, no, nobody's been hurt.
I know to damage.
Fangnar, yeah, that's right. Fangnar took a little bit of damage.
But not too bad.
10, 6 of his health.
Okay. Then I will at least use my bonus action to cast a first level healing word
Okay.
upon it. And I'll just saying it'll be heal my friend, make him a better friend. Let's see. The D4. Oh, that's a 3. So plus what's my charisma? Oh, it's a plus 4, 3. I passed it. There it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is plus 4. Okay. So yeah, you heal that much. 7.
7 points of healing.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to scroll up and down and wait for my computer to talk to me.
No problem. So it is the rust monster's turn, but they are the only one left does not hit Fangnar. So that means it is Joseph's turn again.
Hooray. So you see Joseph light up again in purple and does a 17 hit as he
17 hits.
you see a purple psychic rapier stab into its side for a total of, and with the sneak attack, for a total of 14 damage once again.
That is more than enough to kill the last one. So the rust monsters are all dead at your feet now.
Fangler looks at Hammer being a little rusty. You see rage in his eyes as he sits down and gets out basically the tools to basically try and deal with the rust.
Anybody got any mending?
I do not.
In that case, it's going to take probably a proper blacksmith to fix everything. So you're going to be stuck with that -2 on damage and -1 on your armor.
Would I know if rust monsters can rust when they're dead?
I don't know. Make a survival check.
Okay, 22.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that whatever it is about them that causes that, it takes a little while or very, very careful precision work to remove those glands. So it's not the best thing to try immediately after they die.
No, he wants to kick them.
Oh, you can kick them. That's fine.
Like you see, this boot one of the rust monsters.
Yeah, I figure you probably got leather boots, so that's fine.
How dare you hurt Big Hammer?
And
I
a little
would gi-
rapier. That was not nice. And I'll sadly put my rapier away.
I didn't prepare my spells other than the ones that are always prepared, so I'm doing that as we're walking.
And I'm just thinking on this, going, one should always know when to appropriately use their weapon, to pull it out or not to pull out. That is the question.
How much
I-
psychic
I-
damage do we take in real life?
I cast thaumaturgy to make it sound like deeper, like more like a to pull out or not to pull out.
That is the question. For whether 'tis nobler in the sheep or buried deep beneath.
Are you in good hands?
I'm sure someone is going to have a blast making clips of all this.
Definitely gonna have a good load to shoot out.
Oh, just going to say, I'm just adding on to the CR of the final challenge every time I face palm. At this point, I think you're up against a CR 15.
I mean, we could do better, guys. We could do
Yeah.
better.
I mean, everybody can do better once we get into the rhythm of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just gonna keep going into the shaft penetrating.
It's going deeper and deeper. Yeah.
Different speeds.
Over and over.
and very hard.
Tiamat, what are you doing here?
I can't
There's
breathe.
Waldo. There's Waldo.
Or maybe
Now,
if you
I don't
take
think you're
it-
supposed to turn that shade of red.
Well, if you can't breathe, take it out.
No. Spitters are quitters.
I think someone needs a safe word.
the,
Damn it, that was going to be the one I used.
the safe word is no.
The safe words go deeper.
The safe word does not exist.
So I would like to make a history check to see if I've been down in this back door before.
I can already promise you have not been to Rock Iron before.
Archers has been there. They have.
But Fangnar has never before traversed these paths.
Archers has had to make history checks to see if he's seen these back doors before.
Usually the same tattoo when I realize I have.
So, which way do you guys go?
Well, Rogue wants to go up to Fangnar and say, "Hey," then pull out his rapier and show like, "You got my blade too." I feel it always sucks when these monsters get their taint on your equipment, right?
Yes.
I think that would be CR 17 now.
Yeah.
Yes. It's always an inconvenience when your weapon is not working properly.
At least you're not burning like that guy was.
Well,
There's ointment for that.
Yep. Now, if he has burning sensations, he should go see a doctor.
So
We're
should we go
gonna-
this way?
We're gonna go this way. Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to make a check real fast.
We just need to make sure we
You,
move together.
If you've angered the gods,
If it burns while you pee.
it's a simple check.
I'm going to check the ground, just to see if there's been any other movement besides the rust monsters through the area.
Okay,
that would-
considering that you just had a 9-foot orc, barrel charge into them, that's going to be really difficult, but you can make the check.
Can I help?
Yes, he can. That would be investigation, and you get advantage on it now, but it's still really high DC.
You got
Yay.
this.
Skills, investigation. $17.
17. It does not look like anything, but you guys have been down here that have humanoid feet.
So, fellas, I have a just a small suggestion. I know that I'm new to this, but if we hear something, would we maybe like somebody to sneak up ahead and see what it is, and then report back?
Raises his hand slowly.
You see Fangnar glaring at you.
I'd
Well,
rather get the
like-
shell out of here.
In my personal opinion, no best stealth is to kill enemies. If they're dead, they cannot see you.
Yes,
True.
that is a very good thing. But one should always look at one's surrounding before just diving deeper into into the abyss.
But here's the thing: if the abyss stares back, you can hit it with big hammer.
Also true, but counterpoint, I'm very sneaky, and I can talk to you guys in your head from 20 feet away.
I can do it from over a mile.
Even better.
I can do it. Oh, wait, let me see. Do I have it? Do I have it? I didn't prep it, but I when I sleep and prep it, I could do it cross dimensions.
I
Ah.
can shout really loud.
Prove it.
I think
I can
Fangnar
shout.
wins.
I can shout louder.
Ah!
I cast thaumaturgy just to make myself louder.
Okay. I think using thaumaturgy, he automatically is louder because that's what, like triple your
Yeah,
your
it's just like
volume.
a fucking boom. It's like, hey.
So there is suddenly this huge, borderline deafening scream echoing down the
That
chambers.
That was magic-y. It does not count.
No, it wasn't magic. That's all me.
Rogue starts backing up the way we came.
There's no backing up. Turn around. Come on.
Just
Only
slowly, just
It's
not
only
knowing what's
deep-
going to attack now.
It's only deeper into the hole. Let's go.
I'll take the rear.
Yeah, you will.
I bet.
I'll take
I-
the front. I'll take
No.
front. Yeah, I'll be next to you. Don't worry. Battle buddies.
We'll both take the front.
Ah,
It
DP
might
in the
be
front.
it might a bit tight squeeze, but we'll manage.
We'll shove it. Let's go.
We are lubed up after all.
We are definitely the lubiest ones of the group.
So 2 of you are taking the front, 2 of you are taking from behind.
Yes, they're taking it
Yes,
from
because
the
I'm
back.
going to make these jokes too once in a while.
They are taking it in the behind.
And when God makes the jokes, yeah, that's
We've tainted.
That is
the world.
that is going to be the last one that I intentionally do.
oh
Everything else will be by mistake.
Sure.
Because I think everyone, including Chad, can already realize I make a lot of mistakes because I just invited you 4 into one game. 2 of you I've never even met. Well, I met Shiv before, but this was clearly I didn't know how this was going to. This was just pouring chemicals into a pot. And
That's how the Powerpuff Girls were made.
Andy,
and the Rowdy Rough Boys.
Andy, I just want this to be said because I don't think anybody else has said it. We're going to be coming 2 by 2 deeper and deeper into a dark hole.
Both sides, 2 at a time.
2 from the front, 2 from the back.
This BBEG is really taking a load when we're done with it.
I love you, God.
You're the best. So we're gone.
From the looks of things, it looks like the god is taking it to the rear as well from the pain on his face.
Asadiga Evil Eye.
All right, so I think the CR level for this guy is gonna be a little. We're probably gonna die.
So what is the marching order? Just so I know
Yeah.
who gets attacked first.
Me and
Uh,
Fang are up front, and then
Yeah.
Rogue.
Rogue and
Okay.
the rogue are in the
Yeah.
back.
Okay, the rogue and the rogue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rogue and the rogue.
That's our new sitcom.
Like, wait, you should be Bat Person.
So, Fengnar and Jan, where are y'all going exactly? I mean, there's a couple different tunnels, but just do you pick a random direction? Do you try to go, or are you just walking?
Do we know which one's the wrong hole?
Actually, before we do that,
No such thing as wrong hole.
no, there's always a wrong hole. Let's just first check and see what they were looking at the wall first.
Like, you know the old saying, once you go orc, you go deaf.
Joseph, how do you want to inspect the wall? I mean,
I'm actually going to physically touch it.
uh-huh.
Oh God, that no.
No, keep going. Work through it. Work through the touching physically.
Like, ignore the performance anxieties. Are you trying to touch wall or do Macarena?
So, Joseph, in combination with your earlier investigation when you were checking the floor, it wasn't dust on the floor, it was rust.
Mm-hmm.
These are rust monsters, and they were apparently eating something in the wall. What's your intelligence again?
9.
I'm going to leave it up to you to figure out whether or not you figure it out.
I lick the stone. This is an actual geology thing, and
I know. I don't know what rust
Yeah.
tastes like,
Yes, lick the hole.
but I imagine it doesn't taste good. But you
It tastes
basically
like
you get the little tinge of iron in there.
Mhm.
They are eating the iron ore directly out of the walls.
I'm starting to regret switching my character from half elf to from dwarf to half elf, because dwarf could be very useful.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you told me that's what you're originally going to play. And
It's like that would have been very useful.
And at this point, old Fangos starts singing down in a hole. Down in a hole.
No. Alice, don't make me put you in chains.
You may like that.
but for now, I think Joseph has used all of his investigation power to realize that the rust monsters were eating iron from the walls.
They were eating the ore directly out of the walls. And here I was thinking they managed to corner some poor butthead in the middle of the cavern and eat them.
I
Okay.
guess could Jan make a check to see where their tracks came from? Maybe pick which hole would be the right way to go.
Sure. I think that would be, from what you're looking for, I'm going to say that's going to be investigation.
Okay. And come in that one. Don't worry. I got you.
Fango will help.
Oh, you're gonna help? Okay, let me.
Power that. May the hammer guide you.
I almost feel like that's disadvantage.
I feel like it.
Okay, if you want to take disadvantage because of his help, I'll allow it.
I won't take disadvantage because of so. I already rolled bad enough. I rolled an 18.
Okay.
Yes.
So the rust monsters, you do find a trail that they have been using, and it's going to take you down the normal, passageways that you can all walk through. Eventually you see some that were where they apparently have their own. You could crawl through them if you want type of hole, but it doesn't look like it's a normal car passageway.
Okay.
I'm not getting down on hands and knees in order to get into that hole.
Could you drop down to all fours for me and crawl in? I
No.
appreciate that.
Yes, as everyone knows, when you go head first to the hole, you go like sniper.
One moment, guys. Chat. Is there any other phrase I can use for passageways without resorting to hole? Please let me know. If you come up with one that eliminates this torture I'm in, I will give the player of your choice, hopefully me, an extra trick roll. I'm going to try to keep saying passageway.
We're gonna find the right passageway. to
Tunnel,
enter.
tunnel,
Tunnel.
walkway,
No.
Tunnel, crevice,
walk,
canyon,
Can we use
Walkway.
crevice? We could definitely
Trail.
use crevice.
walkway.
Crevice. 100% crevice is the way to go.
Walkway, actually, I think that, yeah.
Crevice.
It's bad that I have to make my own thesaurus over here
Think
because
about
you guys are just too dirty minded.
think about what we could do with the crevice though, guys. Think.
Moon, you will quit helping after Catherine and you know it. I am not going to repeat the words that Moonbow is putting in at this point because I want you guys
But
to
I'm
continue
blind.
the
That's
story.
discrimination.
Let's just put it this way. You've already said most of them.
Fair. I 100% believe you.
There was only one that got added that you hadn't said. No, wait a minute, two. So I'm definitely not adding them to your vocabulary.
Oh, that,
So you
Tweet them to me,
see
Moonbow. Tweet them to me.
You see the
Entryway.
passageway that the rust monsters were using, and then you see a larger carved tunnel that continues on in other directions.
I suggest we take the bigger tunnel.
Should do that. We should
Oh.
take the bigger hole. It's more experienced. Let's go.
But actually, I'm actually bored of this.
that's actually something coming from you.
I
just
can't believe we ran the joke out to the point where even Arceus was tired of it.
Yep.
Gotta
yeah.
give us
Jo-
credit for talent.
Joseph will just point the hooded lantern in the direction of whichever
Crevice.
archway is large enough to accept admittance of our two
Big guys.
vertically enhanced friends.
How about I speed this up slightly because I realize where you're trying to go with this. So the two up front can make a perception check to pick a path. I love letting you guys just wander in the darkness, but we are, on a time frame here.
17.
Okay.
23. Sorry. Yeah, I
Okay.
rolled a 19. Yeah.
All right, that's not bad. All right, you can. Do you want to pick the path where you think you hear more sounds, or do you want to take the quiet path?
I put my finger on my nose. I don't know. And I point to the big tall guy.
Fangnar, are you taking the quiet path or the one that you hear movement?
It's fine now.
Okay, so second question, do you walk or run?
It's the same answer, Fagnar. Come on.
Fine now.
Okay, Fangnar goes running down the tunnel, leaving you all behind.
Joseph just ponders. Because my head is already shaved, could I just return back and live the life of a simple monk? No, I can't. And he just starts walking very determinedly behind, following the running Fagnar.
And I'm
This is
gonna
my life
walk
now.
as well. I'm gonna keep going as well.
Okay. For those of you who are actually inspecting, it looks like, these are again caverns that have been carved out. You see signs that there have been torches. Every now and then there's a magically glowing stone which provides a little bit of light, but those seem to be fewer and far between. Fangnar, eventually you come across they are clearly humanoids. I'm going to say in the dark, you don't know what races, but you see a group of
Dark
people.
vision.
Yes, I know, but still,
Yeah.
that's still gray.
Yeah.
So from this distance, you can't tell which races, but they're humanoid, and they just seem to be scuffling among themselves. They haven't noticed you, despite the fact that you're basically a huge running, clanking collection of things.
To hammer or not to hammer, that is the question.
Oh, and all you have is the hammer.
Everything becomes a nail. Great.
Yeah,
Which is
that's
actually his whole philosophy.
That's
Yeah.
his philosophy.
No, please don't, because I need to find my friend.
Yeah.
Is anyone caught up with Fangnar as he's just looking at these people?
Well, Joseph is 5 feet slower than you right now because of his bad foot.
What's your movement speed?
Standard 30.
Oh, okay, then I can keep up with him. Yeah.
Okay. So does anybody stop him, or does he go in and start hitting things at random?
We'll stop. I'll stop him. Like, hey, calm down, buddy. I'll point and you like hit. We're gonna start with that. We still got a task to do.
I am calm.
Put the damn hammer away.
You see his glare. How dare you?
I don't want you killing anybody who might be my friend, because there are things that have happened since he's come down here. He might look very different from what I remember him as looking like. So please, discretion is needed before you start nailing everyone.
I was waiting for somebody to get there. I was waiting. I purposely said that to set that up, hoping somebody would bite.
Because you are not a carpenter and they are not boards.
But
Okay.
I am bored.
But they
Yeah.
get a lot of wood.
But you don't want to get in trouble, drive hammer to get nailed.
Mm.
So do we even know who we're looking for? Or we're just kind of
Find friend now.
He is a ranger, and he is going to be very disappointed in me. Because I don't think this is going to be the rescue party he would have thought of.
It's not the rescue party he expected.
I'll
It's the party he
start walking
deserved.
up towards the people with my lantern up, just looking between them all.
Okay, so they've all turned, especially when the light hits them. They are ragged, long hair, mostly look like humans, but with the hair, growing. It's kind of hard to tell for certain, although not many elves have beards, so you can probably rule out your friend not being among this group.
Yeah.
The problem is that, they are all looking at you with wild and hungry looks on their faces.
do they look dead?
No, they look alive, but
Oh, good.
from how far away are you? And because being closer, you might be able to see more details. Right now, it's a lot of dirt, matted hair.
Fangnar is behind Jacob.
Jacob is at the limits of the hooded lantern's light
Hmm.
when he's got it flipped up, so it's probably a good 15 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Janlos is more curious. I'm kind of touching one, like poking him.
Oh, okay. He's going to bite you. What's your AC?
19.
Okay, well then his bites aren't really doing a good job, but it's not like this is definitely not rational behavior. These people are just, literally trying to eat you alive, but
Does Fangnar see the
Hey,
guy bite the turtle?
buddy, there's this thing biting me. Help, friend.
Like,
Please save
hammer-
me.
Fangnar hits it with a hammer.
all right, swing the hammer. Rogue, I will be asking you what you were going to say in just a sec. What was that?
12.
12 is just good enough to hit.
Okay, that is a total of 13.
That is exactly what their health is. You flatten this one. Rogue, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, hang on, maybe we could just give them some.
And that's when
rations.
the hammer comes down and crushes one of them. The
I
other
kinda,
two hiss.
oh,
Roll initiative. I will start keeping just your probably keep your initiative in order after this.
okay.
Okay.
But one more time just to be sure.
19.
Okay.
14 first shift.
Okay.
5.
11.
Joseph's 11. And Rogue? I didn't hear
5.
you.
5.
5. Okay. Rogue. This way I will just have them all and okay, so Fangnar, you have 2 left and they're just sort of backed up hissing. But you have this left. You are first in initiative.
More what? Do not hiss at me. You are not dragon duck. 19.
19 hits.
Okay, that is a total of 16.
You just flatten another one like a nail.
Second attack, 10.
10 misses. So this one, he's a little bit smaller, a little bit quicker. He jumps away. And after you've already crushed 2, he's just going to take off running down the tunnel.
Aeop,
But again, the way he runs is not just on his feet. He's scrambling on all 4s.
do I get an Aeop?
Do you go what?
Do I get an Aeop?
An
Attack
ale?
Attack of opportunity.
Oh, use your words. You can, yes.
17.
17 hits.
And that's 13.
13. I just clicked away. Yep, that's just enough to kill this one. So you crush the 3rd one.
My hero, thank you so much for saving me.
You're welcome.
And I want to make sure like he knows there's sarcasm in that like tone.
Give me a
Sorry,
performance check for sarcasm. This is
Uh,
Fangnar after all. We got to see how he gets it.
I rolled a 9.
Fangnar probably. Fangnar, how do you perceive that as a 9?
Actually, if it's insight, he has a +4 to insight.
Okay.
So I will take thank you, even though sarcasm is super thick.
So am I. And I kind of walk away.
Yes, you are stupid.
That too.
Joseph, you are just. I imagine you really are standing there with your hand over your eyes as Fangnar gets done crushing the first set of humanoids that you met.
Hey, are these your friends, Joseph? Yeah.
One doesn't even have a head anymore.
He can't do hats off to you anymore, but
Heads
Oh.
up.
Oh, he'll never be the head of his entire group ever again. All right.
He will never be ahead of the game.
I kind of pick them up. Are these your friends? And I like wiggle them in front of you. Woo, 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 wiggle, wiggle.
I just start looking over the area because we need to know where the humans are gathering together and where they're and just the signs and showings of where people are, because we need to find people.
We had 3 here.
We
Fu-
found people.
Funnily enough, we had 3 right here. Granted, they weren't in the right mind, but we could have. I
Now
don't
they
know.
have. Now
Asked?
they have. Then now they have no mind.
They hissed, we hissed, just like that, and then I point at the ground.
To be fair, you poked them first. They were poked and then lashed back out.
Oh, blame me for them attacking me. Okay.
I just have to say this. You miss 100% of the questions that you don't ask, because if you don't ask them, people don't tell you.
Well,
mean-
now they can't speak, so
We could still ask 2 of them, but that would use pretty high level magic.
I could just definitely not doing that to them. No, they're fine. We'll find other people. You know,
Does-
these guys were angry.
Does anyone have speak with dead?
That's what I'm saying. I could do that.
There you go.
Are,
Yeah.
are we sure that they're going to be in the right mind enough that when you speak with dead with them, that they're going to be able to answer the questions?
We're not
Where-
sure of anything. We're just sure that we didn't ask when we had the chance when they were alive.
Where is my mind?
It's a mad world.
Kind of
It's-
just go over to Fangler. You know what? Listen, you did a good job. Thank you for saving my life. And I just like, oh, apparently we weren't supposed to kill these guys.
That's boring.
Don't
And
don't
I-
poke. Don't poke. Don't
I-
don't poke. Don't smash. Don't make loud noises that will attract large amounts of cannibalistic people. We're infiltrating. We need to be able to get in to the large area, get the person who is my friend, and go.
as he's doing this,
Like Fangler looks at you, looks at him, looks at you. Really? Like, you
Yep.
expect me? Like he points to be stealthy. Are you stupid?
No, I expect you to know when to use your hammer and when not to, because, you know, I don't want it going limp when it's really, really needed.
My hammer never goes limp. It's
Rust is just kind of trickling off of the
Yeah.
edge.
at this point, like Janlos is just jotting down a bunch of like notes of like the rules. And that's like, if anybody looks at it, it's like the rules in parentheses, like, don't kill this person, don't poke this person. We're looking for a friend.
I mean, to be fair, it looks like you do have some premature oxidation going on.
like Fangler looks at hammer. You
I'm
glares
turning
at
red
you.
now. I just want you to know that.
Meanwhile,
Glad that
I'm
you-
just while they're
Chat is
chatting-
not helping at all. I know you can't see the chat, but they are definitely not encouraging you in any way.
meanwhile they're chatting, and I just like piling up the bodies, and I'll like
Chatting?
say a prayer to Apollo and like put them to rest, kind of thing, and just like,
Did
Okay.
you say chatting?
yeah, good old chatting.
No, I actually misheard you. I thought you said chatting.
I was gonna say chafing, but you know, I was
No problem there. You're lubed up. Chafing shouldn't be an issue.
you're more lubed than I am.
Because I am
This
bigger.
is why, as a DM, you got to keep your games flexible, because you don't know when they're going to go on a tirade for 20 minutes about
Right,
wordplay.
Well,
I-
I got in character. I prayed for
No,
these
no,
dead
I
bodies.
just this is just Andy breaking the game a little bit more.
No, Andy. We both know you invited the writer. You should expect wordplay.
Well, yes, but I didn't invite a clever writer.
Oh.
It's not wrong.
That's-
It's not
Fang
wrong.
us.
Well, that's just playing with the tip. He's just playing with the tip of his quill
Can
right
I,
now.
can I
Let's
give the
just him
DM
some-
inspiration for that one?
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
We're just gonna
You know
go
what?
in with just the tip, guys, and let's go.
Oh God.
You know,
So, Joseph,
you'll
you were
let me,
looking
I
for
will actually give.
clues.
Yes, yes, I was.
Give me an investigation at advantage to move things forward.
Yeah. If you will let me, I will actually give you Andy, my trick roll.
Oh, okay. Sure. I will happily take that.
Uh,
15.
15. Okay, so you see that what they were originally fighting over was, stale, partially moldy bread. They looks like they were actually, just fighting over the scraps of food. There are broken tools around, and you can see where there's more consistent lighting. Tells you more which way to go to find anything or anyone.
Okay.
Hey, fellas, I have a thought. It might not be super useful, but if we meet more hungry people, I happen to have some rations, but we also know that they get food for iron. We could direct them to where the the rust monsters were doing their thing, because there seemed to be iron in the walls. We could maybe have a little bit of a bargaining chip.
I tried to feed them hammer, but they seem to be allergic.
And they don't like turtle.
Well, I don't think anybody liked the minerals that you were trying to deposit.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Moonbow has to leave, so bye, Sean. But thank you for stopping by.
So we're gonna keep heading into the direction. Well, I guess we would head in the direction where that guy was kind of four-legged running toward.
I point out the fact that there's an area of better lighting along where I was investigating.
Let us go. You go in front, because apparently apparently my decision making is not up. You do not agree with my decision making.
And apparently I can't go around poking things because they end up dead, so.
Could I stealth ahead?
Like, what are you that high level caster? You have finger of death?
Not yet.
Just takes a deep breath, lets it out slowly, takes a deep breath, lets it out slowly, and then just starts walking forward.
Okay.
So is his eyes closed?
No.
Oh, damn.
He walks into pole.
Oh, Joseph, you go forward and you see that this was leads to more of a nexus of passageways. There's obviously multiple directions you can go. There's one way that is very well lit in comparison, but you don't see any people in that direction just yet.
All right, we can continue to follow the lights, or we could play Ippy Dippy and choose a tunnel.
Would you like me to scout ahead this time? Perhaps, maybe.
Yeah. Would you like me to scout ahead with you?
I
If
will
you
scout.
wish.
I will scout as well.
No,
There
Fangor,
are
you're
actually
too loud.
there's about 4 different pathways you can choose, not counting the one you've come from.
Let's split the party.
Okay, I just missed that entire conversation.
I said that there's 4 different pathways that can be chosen, and splitting the party was brought up not by me. I think his internet's slowing down again. Oh,
Yeah.
How about I, at least one or two of us scout ahead down where it's lit, because that's probably where they would have gone anyway, unless we want to just take a quick peek down each of the other passages. But
let's take a quick peek down the lit pathway before we decide to plumb anybody's depths a bit further.
all right. Everyone who's going, make a stealth check.
all right.
I rolled disadvantage because I'm in heavy armor.
Oh, I got a nat
14.
20. That's
Oh, 14.
extremely loud. Holy crap.
24.
14
21
plus
with a nat
9.
20. Yeah.
So
And what was Fagnar's?
23.
A 3.
Okay, so most of you, you just blend in silently with the shadows. You're creeping along, and then along comes Fengnar, just walking straight down the middle of the tunnel, kicking rocks as he goes. Because the rest of you have to move, slower to be silent. I
Mhm.
get the feeling that we can all justify Fengnar being up ahead of you all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense to me. Basically yelling, "Don't look at me, then you won't see me."
You don't see
You,
me. I'm
you,
invisible.
you can't see me.
well, you don't see any people right away. Well, you see something that is moving around, but it doesn't have the exact proportions of people.
It's
And
not
I'm going to say that because you've got a history. So let me know when I should describe more.
It's no person. Looks a creature.
At this distance, all I'm going to say is it's kind of weird. It's several things moving, but I'm from a distance, they don't look like people, but you don't know what they look like exactly.
Fangna, go toward.
Okay. You start seeing that there is hair, there is flesh, but it's like a big quivering blob type thing.
You
And then when some of them kind of look your way, you see that there is technically a face, but it can't scream or hiss at you because there are no bones left.
you look like you miserable. Let's find the orc main thing and put you out of your misery.
So are you just going to go straight for attacking?
It's for the few things Fangna can do.
I mean, because you are first in initiative if you start that up.
Like Fangna, like Archer's knows like attacking is always the answer, but it's Fangna.
Okay, so roll your attack.
12.
12 just barely hits.
Okay. Ooh, and that is 20 damage.
Okay. Well,
Second.
I'm going to say as your first slam hits this thing that was like, clearly once was a person, but with all their bones removed, was starting to actually sort of unfold itself. You come and you hit it, you squash it down, but it's like hitting putty. And it actually starts to rise back up again, only taking half damage.
Like Fangna laughs. It's like punching bag, but with like hits again because it's multi
And
attack.
is now making weird noises. Like I said, missing all of its internal structure. It's more of a warbling sound coming out of it.
You hear
Yes.
Fangna laughing as it hits again with his multi attack.
Okay.
And that's unnatural 20.
Okay. Roll damage.
Okay, and that's 11.
11. All right, that'll be in half. So we'll give it a 6. All right.
16 damage total.
Okay. So there are several more, but I'm going to say because of their amorphous nature, it's hard to tell exactly how many there are at the moment. But Jan, it is your turn.
Do I see the one that
you see him fighting a boneless man.
from the distance could I sense if they're like undead or they're just boneless?
Do you have
blobs?
any kind of supernatural? I mean, do you have anything that lets you detect undead?
Let me double check. I don't think I do.
Some sort of channel divinity or something, right?
Yeah, but each cleric has different things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
not all of them get divine sense type thing.
Do you have detect good and evil?
I do, but I'm not wasting a spell slot.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I will say that if you want to use your turn to do an investigation, I'll let you do that. Or you can just, jump right into things. Your choice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow suit because
Okay.
I haven't been given orders, and like I'm just gonna kind of point to the same undead guy, and instead of the normal toll the dead like thing, you just see a lighter form of it, and I'm gonna cast toll the dead. It's a wisdom saving throw of 15.
Okay. Wisdom of 15. He will not make that.
All right, so that's a 2d12. Give me a second. That's going to, geez, that's 6 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Is that increased if they are undead? Or is it just
It's not. It's
okay?
not. Yeah, it's just more damage if like they fail, like
Okay.
if they have missing hit points. That's all.
Okay,
I was
just
gonna-
wanted to be sure. Okay, so yeah, you it definitely reels away at that. And Joseph, it is now your turn.
I'm just going to stab it with psychic blades.
Okay,
First purple blade misses at a 9,
yep, that will miss.
and then the second one will be a nat 20.
Nat
Hell
20.
Yeah.
Base, you were going for the one they've already attacked.
Yeah.
Just tell me how you kill it.
So you just see this purple dagger come out of his left hand, and it strikes into what would have been the forehead of this thing at one point if it was still humanoid, and then it just sort of psychically dissipates into it and then dissolves its whatever's left of its neurostructure.
And it just falls down like a really disgusting blanket. And there's a group of other ones, but like I said, kind of hard to tell with the way they move. Some of them seem to be creeping into smaller crevices in the walls, but there are some that are staying and kind of getting in their, defensive, just unfolding themselves to look bigger and more threatening. Rogue, it is your turn if you wish to do anything.
How quickly are these things appear to be moving?
Let me see. What is their movement? Okay, they seem to be moving at a normal speed, so about 30 feet is their
right,
average.
They're pretty quick.
Yeah. And the fact that they can kind of compress themselves means that they can just move through spaces that you can't fit through.
Slab power.
I don't know if this will work, but I would like to try casting message at one of them and see
Okay.
if I'm able to get a reply back in their head. I'm just basically just saying, my friends were scared. Who are you? Can we help?
I'm just trying to interpret all the everything you get from this. I'm not going to say that you get so much a coherent response. It's just you kind of hear the thoughts that are going around in its head, which is effectively must protect, none may pass.
All right. Well, apparently these are sentries of sorts. They are just trying to hear they say must protect, cannot pass. So we either have to kill them or go around them somehow.
I would much prefer going around.
So
And-
fireball is off the table, and I kind of like get sad and just
So you see, like I said, a few of them start to like literally crawl through the walls to get away from you, but several of them are going to attack. And since Fangnar was the closest, the first one's going to hit him with a natural 20. And let me check its second attack. What was your AC with the -1?
15.
15. Okay, where is? Okay, yeah, they're going to hit you twice. Let me do the this one first. All right, you'll take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and then another 5 from the second, so a grand total of 15 bludgeoning. And it is going to wrap around you. So you need to make a strength saving throw for me.
Okay. 28.
28. Yeah, it's starting to try to grab around you, but you just flex, and it's like, the Hulk ripping a shirt. This thing just gets knocked right off of you. So second one is going to, I promise this wasn't on purpose, but another natural 20.
Mhm.
Fangnar, take another 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And then another 5 as it hits you again. And it's going to try to wrap around you one more time. So one more strength save.
God, that's 2 nat 20s in a row for me as well. 28.
Okay. So yeah, these things, they hit you and then they're trying to like constrict around you, and you're just like, nope, that's not happening. All right. So top of the round, it is Fangnar's turn.
Fagnar does not appreciate hugs. He attacks one of them.
Okay.
23.
23 will hit.
That's 15.
Okay, so 7 damage.
And second attack, 16.
16 hits.
I like how after everything we've said and done, it's now become Fangnar does not consent.
I know. Thank you for that. You get your trick roll back for that one.
Thank you.
And as of no, 13.
13 is just enough.
And bonus action, I am going to second wind. Because
Okay.
I think
What was the second attack damage?
13.
Okay, 13. All right. Okay, and now second wind, attack again.
No, second wind.
Second one heals him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's right.
Action surge is the.
Thank you. I don't know the rules of this game. I'm just making it all up.
So that's gonna be I heal for 12,
Okay.
and then Fangnar is going to action surge.
There's the
Okay.
second.
Okay. 14.
14 hits.
For 16 damage
Okay, so 8.
and a natural 20.
Okay. At this point, how do you kill this thing? Knowing that you're hitting putty with a hammer.
He's going to basically mold it, basically strategically hit it. So he's basically molding it into a single point, into a nail, and hammers it into the ground.
Yes. It is a disgusting nail. It's more like, hitting a grapefruit repeatedly. But there's nothing left of this one.
Looks like you got your point across.
I hit the nail on the head.
Jan, it is your turn.
So I'm gonna kind of step forward, but at the same time as I'm stepping forward, I'm gonna tell everybody to close their eyes, type thing, and to kind
Okay.
of like shield them. And I'm going to use my channel divinity wherever it is. Let me find it. Give me a second. Where is
Okay.
it? Yeah, Radiance of Dawn. Oh, actually they don't have to cover their eyes, but they might want to cover their eyes. Cover
I
your
figure
eyes.
it's still bright.
Yeah, it's pretty. As an action, you can use Channel Divinity and present your holy symbol to dispel any magical darkness within 30 feet. And each hostile creature that doesn't have total coverage within 30 feet make a con saving throw of 15.
Okay, let me just roll several since I had a few here. I don't think they get any bonuses there. Okay, so what happens if they fail?
They take 15 points of radiant damage.
Okay. So I'm going to say that there was 5 of them left. 3 of them passed. So 2 of them just start smoking.
And then the ones that pass take half damage.
Okay. So they all
Yeah.
take, they all start smoking, but 2 of them are gurgling in more pain than others.
Yes.
All right. Is that your full turn?
As a bonus action, I'm gonna. Do I want to do? No, I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna kind of get out, start use the rest of my movement, I guess, and back the hell up.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not dead center of him again.
Okay. And that means it is Joseph's turn.
Are any of them located like within 5 feet of Ragnar?
Yes, there
They're
is one.
Okay.
Yeah, there is the
And then-
one. He only beat one down. There was another one hitting him.
Okay. Good. So a purple rapier slams into that one as I roll a 17. So,
Okay,
like,
that hits.
Yeah, and that does. And then my freaking sneak attack.
Math
as
isn't
well.
for everyone.
You know, it's amazing. But yeah, that does 17 points of damage when it strikes in.
Okay, that is enough to kill this one.
And then I will just choose another one within 60 feet and throw my psychic blades at my psychic dagger at that one.
Okay.
With a 21.
You rolled a 1?
I rolled a 21.
Oh, okay. That barely hits.
Barely nice. Oh, and
Hitting-
if there's only like magical darkness, it goes away. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
And that hits for 6 psychic.
6. Okay. So that was the other one that was smoking really badly from the radiant damage. Rogue, it is your turn.
Okay, so you said there's like 5 left, but they're all
There's
damaged?
now 4 left,
4
and
left.
they've all taken some damage.
Okay. Am I able to get them in a 20-foot kind of diameter without hitting a buddy?
Yes, you actually can because of the way the passageway and the fact that the one attacking Ragnar was just put down. You
Okay.
can totally do that.
I will kind of just strum on my ukulele and sing a really pure kind of that just immediately cuts off, and there's this kind of this glowing light in my throat, a la say like Little Mermaid, the voice coming out, and it does float out and just kind of hover and then just burst in like a wave of sonic energy that outside of this 20-foot range it's silent, but in this 20-foot range it's just this piercing, shattering, shatter spell.
And they
Okay.
were thunderstruck.
I think that's a con save for them.
I will double check. It is yes,
Okay.
DC 15.
DC 15. All right.
I didn't specify which spell level. The intent is to do it at a
Okay.
3rd level.
Okay. So 3 of them are going to save. 1 is not. How much damage total?
2 high rolls, 2 low rolls that ended up being a total of 20.
20. Okay. And the ones that pass take half damage?
Yes.
Okay. So one of them, he seems to like collapse in on himself from the sound. And let's see, this one. Oh, sorry. 2 of them seem to collapse into themselves. The other 2, their bell gets rung really bad, but they are still up, and they are going to aim for you as the echoes of your shatter spell are kind of fading.
Well, I'd also like to do I'd like to give bardic inspiration as a bonus action. And hopefully this will work.
You meant it when you said you were a real life bard.
Yeah, I did. Hopefully this will work. If it
Okay,
cuts
go
out and you
for it.
can't hear me, then just let me know. All right. I'm here to build you up. What's it? Fangnar?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm here to build you up, Fangnar, so that you can take them down and mess them around. And then best of all, there's plenty of baddies here for you to kill. And I know you will, I need you. So here's some inspiration. This song really comes from my heart. I'll build you up, Fangnar, tear them apart.
Okay, we're definitely going to get that later. Fangnar, you do get
because it was
inspiration.
parody and new lyrics. That was the whole point.
Yes.
And-
No, I
and
appreciate it. So, I mean, I play a bard, but I don't sing in real life, so I love that you have that.
You see Fangnar tapping his foot and swaying a little.
What die goes with your inspiration?
I think it's a D8 at level 5.
I think so also.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
it is a D8.
And unfortunately, though, the boneless are still going to attack you. What is your AC, Rogue?
15.
15. Okay,
Yeah.
so one is going to hit you for 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Owie.
And then it's going to attempt to wrap around you. So make a strength save.
Okay. Oh, there it is. 14. So 13.
Okay, 13 is just enough to prevent that from happening. The second one is going to crawl up and also hit you for another 5 bludgeoning damage.
Are they? Question is either of these coming out of my going into?
You do not get an attack of opportunity on them. So Rogue,
What if I cast don't as a reaction? Does that work?
you can certainly yell out don't, but
Okay.
no. As the second one strikes you, make another strength save.
That's less. That's a 9.
9.
10 minus
Okay.
1.
So this one starts to wrap around you, and you are going to take another 5 points of bludgeoning damage as it starts to crush you.
Oh, 15 total. Ouch.
Yeah. These guys, when they do hit, they're dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay.
They heard this song and they're like, no, copyright. Shut up.
Yes, exactly. Had nothing to do with the fact that you were the source of major damage a moment ago. It was purely the song.
Yes.
Fangnar, it is your turn. There are only 2 left, but one of them is wrapped around your new friend.
Do not hurt music, man. And he hits one of them.
Which one?
God. He goes for the one that's not.
Okay.
You see, Ragnar is not that stupid. He knows Hammer will go through and hurt Music Man.
Okay. Swing for it.
Okay, that is a 10. I'm going to use my bardic inspiration.
Okay.
For a grand total of 18.
That'll hit.
And that is a total of 16 damage.
Okay. With everything else it's taken, you crush that one. Now it is only the one that is wrapped around Rogue left.
Like, Fagnar's going to try and look sorry, Music Man.
You are going to hit the one wrapped around Rogue.
Yes.
Okay. Roll for it.
This can only
And
end good.
Bring it.
Remember, you have a trick roll.
17.
17 hits.
I take it back. Don't bring it.
And that's a 15 damage.
15 damage. Okay. So, obviously the creature is going to take half damage from that. So let me get his. Rogue, all of a sudden, you already can't see because this thing is wrapped around you. So it's a complete surprise when there's suddenly this very terrible pain for 3 points of bludgeoning damage that knocks you down.
Oh god.
And from there,
Not being able to see, too real.
I know it just occurred to me. It's like, oh, wait a minute. The target is blinded
Mhm.
and can't breathe. So you're suffocating.
So I'm doing better than my guy. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Art imitates life.
That's one way to look at the situation.
Oh,
So you said 3 damage total?
yes. I'm giving
Okay.
you half of what it took.
Okay.
And so you fall down, you can't breathe. You can pretty much assume it's Fangnar that's hitting you because who else would?
Yeah.
Jan, it is your turn.
Very true. It's definitely true. Could I action and bonus action spell? Or
Sure.
no? Okay, cool.
you
Like-
can bonus action a spell, but you can only
Cantrip. Yeah, it's gonna be a
Cantrip, yeah.
cantrip. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I'd like to do Toll the Dead on the guy that's wrapped around my bardic friend.
Okay, that is a wisdom
Wisdom
save.
15.
Okay, he is going to fail that.
All right, he takes. Let me make sure there's no bonus here real fast. There is no bonus, so he's going to take 11 necrotic damage.
Okay. With that, you just hear the gurgling death cry as it lets Rogue loose. It's still over Rogue like a disgusting leather blanket, but it's no longer crushing him.
Oh, good. So our bard friend is safe.
So I'm gonna go over and just basically yoink the
Yes.
bard back music down from underneath.
When I feel it go slack, I'd like to scream out in agony just to make them think that I got hurt.
Give me a performance check.
All right. I got a +9 to that. So dirty 20.
Okay, so you just hear the muffled, painful scream of Rogue.
So I'm gonna
Clearly,
go-
you have broken all of his valuable organs.
I just point at
Like, look.
Fangnar. He did it.
So I'm gonna go over, grab him by his throat, and just hoist him up. Don't die, music man.
I like to imagine that it still has the boneless one covering him when you're yelling
Yeah.
this. So you're yelling into the wrong face.
Yeah.
Sounds
Because
about
in
right.
fact it's Fangnar, and we're gonna say that yes, you are yelling at the slack dead face right now.
And he grabs the throat and just basically hoists it up. Don't die.
Rogue, are you
What?
okay? I don't know what thing. Are you okay, Rogue? You're good.
On a scale of 1 to 50, I would say 27.
Oh yeah, you're okay. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and touch him in the most awkward way possible.
Touch.
Most
me,
awkward
babe.
way possible. And go
Come
ahead
on and
cast,
touch me, babe.
Cure Wounds at level 3, and you get 20 hit points back.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Cure
nice.
Wounds. What's up?
All right.
As I prepare my own cure wound spell for myself, I'm like, I'm good.
It's the
Fine.
awkward touching.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
graze on the butt,
So
the good game slap, and don't
The-
die, but
the
Fangnar.
remainder of the boneless have slipped away in various places that you physically can't go unless Fangnar takes up mining as a new hobby.
Yes.
sorry, Joseph. They attacked him first. Maybe.
I
Hey,
think
look,
we really need to start finding people though, because I think this was human at one point, and now it's not.
I kind of point to Rogan as like he's people.
I
Like,
I mean, to be fair, I did my brain talking thing to them, and they kind of said they were just here to stop us. It didn't seem like it was a prisoner sort of deal.
at this point, he points to what's your character's name, James?
Wow, I just said turtle. Jan.
Jan. No. Teenage Mutant Healer Turtle. Heal me, please.
I just go up to him and like awkwardly touch him. And like, I got you, buddy, but I'm not gonna cast a spell. And I'm just gonna, I got you, buddy.
Give me a deception check, please.
In response, you see him flex.
Oh god. Oh, that's not bad. It's a 13.
13.
Okay, insight. That's a 16 on insight.
Damn it. All right, at this point, I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Joseph, while they're doing all of this, if you check the bodies of the boneless things, you do see some of them had tattoos at one time that connected them to certain crime families.
12 hit points, Fangor, because I casted at level 2, because I want to keep one level.
Sure.
So yeah, these things were definitely human before
Oh.
somebody removed
Hold on.
their skeletons.
I did that wrong. I'm having a moment. It's 20 hit points because I
Oh.
cast it at level 2 and I accidentally hit the level 1's Cure Wounds, not the level 2. So I rolled max hit die on both. All right,
Nice.
Fangner is out max.
perfect. Look at that. Hey guys, I can heal. Look at that.
Like, well done, Teenage Mutant Healer Turtle.
There is
Tortle.
something.
Tortle.
Sorry.
He's
Talk.
dumb. I just accept it.
I just drape the flaccid, flappy.
Like, on Fangner.
I swear I
With
did
the
not pick
lotion on
any
the
of this to
skin.
feed into the joke. These were the things I had prepared
Like,
before I knew I was playing with immature children.
Hey.
Fangner picks one up, goes, I might commission Cloak out of these.
I mean, that's a possibility. You want
Well-
to scoop them up and swallow it?
It puts the lotion on the skin, else it gets the hose in.
You
Like, you
can
see-
you can commission these into cloaks, but I think pointing to the tattoos on that one, on the one that you're holding up, if you get caught with that cape, you're going to have a really tough time explaining how you managed to get it to the Giacomo crime family that deal with slavery. And then pointing to the other one, that's from the Gonzalez's that deal with freaking cocaine, that deal with red sand importation into most of this continent. These were people.
Like, these sound like bad people.
They were. They
And you
were
hear a
very-
voice, Joseph, saying, well, technically they were people, but at the same time, technically they're legally dead once they're in here. So they kind of aren't people. It's a gray area for the law.
Mm.
Neckbeard, you're alive.
You see the half elven man who doesn't have a beard. He's just kind of standing there, and he's wearing the nicest of the clothes, which they're still very, I don't want to. They're not fashionable, but they're not filthy.
Fangner turns towards the person.
Hi, I'm sad.
I'm gonna poke him.
Please don't do that. That's rude, man. Would you like a good berry?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna
Alright.
take his berries. Are they blue balls by any
Oh,
chance?
Come on, that was a bit of a stretch, dude.
I'm not gonna argue it, but I'm not gonna acknowledge it either. I'm gonna move on.
welcome to Good Fairy.
I'm gonna
The
just
Good Fairy.
voluntarily take 2 points of damage for that one.
Like,
You can have 2 good berries to make up for it.
Nice.
Thank you.
But yeah, he's like, so like, why are you here destroying all of my test subjects? Because like they weren't really great, but still, it's like rude, man.
I point to him as like, he told us to do it, as I'm pointing to Joseph.
I just glare at you.
Well,
They globbed at me funny.
and that it's like this. We're looking for somebody, and these things attacked us. When I talked to them in their head, they just said, that they wanted to stop us. So it seemed like,
Oh yeah, some of the other test subjects like go feral, so I like need to put these things around to prevent that because I'm trying not to harm them.
I haven't asked your name.
Oh, I'm Thad.
That's right. That pronouns.
Fud.
Oh, yeah, I guess, I'm comfortable with he, but thank you for asking. That's really good of you because not many people really think to be that formal in this current age, and it's good to meet an enlightened person.
My
Fad.
I poke him again.
That is just rude, man.
My pronouns are he, hit them.
You're a
to
violent
know.
person. Like, why are you here? Did you commit crimes or something?
No,
Engineering.
I'm looking for somebody down here. Did you just say that you've been creating these?
Yeah, man. I wanted to like work on my new recycling initiative, but I was having a lot of trouble getting resources because I didn't want to like take the lives of innocent animals. So that's why I came here.
Oh God,
Oh.
he's vegan. Kill him.
No.
Actually, I'm like vegan is still harming Mother Nature. That's why I only eat the berries because I magically create them so I don't have to harm plants.
Like,
He's worse. He's worse than a vegan. He's a druid.
like, well, how about a bit more iron in your diet? Hangman goes to raise his hammer.
Okay, let me
I just raised my hand up to stop the hammer. Can we at least ask him where my friend is before you decide to introduce ferrous compounds to organic material?
Fine, whatever that means.
It's not hammer time yet. I do the air quotes too.
yeah.
I'm looking for an elven ranger who goes by the name of, I can't even remember what I wrote down in my background now, who goes by the name of Markirio.
Well, I didn't really get introduced to everyone around here, so I don't recall that name, but I guess I can always try to check my records, see if there was an elf in any of them.
Can I please look through them?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm come right this way, and he brings you into what is I can only describe as a makeshift laboratory because it's obviously in a cave, but it's very well lit. There's he has some plants up, but he's only he's got the handful of good berries that he offered you. There's several brains in jars and a collection of people that are, well, they're not tied up in any way. They're just kind of shuffling around. None of them look too familiar, but again, they're not very clean. And he starts kind of going through some of his books, like, let's see, there was 3 gnomes that I put raccoon brains into. They didn't last very long, but
Point of order. Did you
Yeah.
end up having to? Did you kill the raccoons in order to get the
Oh,
brains?
no. I understand the misunderstanding there. The raccoons, they were already very hurt, so I couldn't do much for their body, so I put their brains into the gnomes. I was hoping to give them a better quality of life, but it didn't take very well.
You see Fango's hammer slowly raising again.
So like I didn't really get to keep track of them because they ran off, but I think there was they weren't, I don't think I got all the connections in place right. But if you happen to have seen any gnomes that were rummaging around, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, understood.
There's Fango thinks back. Were the things he hit?
They were humans,
Yeah.
so you did not see gnomes scampering around like raccoons. But those were some of my earlier ones, and I knew that it was going to be a lot of trial and error. But I'm hoping to find a way to provide a better quality of life for the animals that get hurt because of careless hunters.
This is kind of a wildlife sanctuary.
Like Fang now basically, you do realize I am hunter.
Oh, well, then in that case, and he pulls down on a lever. And
oh God, why?
And then you hear the creak of stone as he unleashes the largest collection of dismembered bodies that had been sewn together into a horrifying abomination. It has a lot of spare limbs.
It is not dragon duck, but it'll do.
You're very accommodating. So, you noticed that he's a hunter. You gave him something to hunt. It's quite a place you got here then.
Oh, thank you, man. Like as soon as this thing kills the hunter, and I can add his body to it. If you're interested, I'd be happy to show you my research notes.
Could you call up your buddy?
Fangnar, this thing's attacking you, and you still going with the earlier initiative. You're still at the top of the list.
Fangnar will attack back.
Okay. For the record, this thing is a huge monstrosity. Like, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you can kind of figure out, just use your imagination. It looks that bad.
It's okay.
This thing is a love child, the forced love child of a
25.
25 hits.
And that is 13 damage.
Okay. Just going to make sure that, it takes full damage.
Yeah. Second attack. 18.
18 hits.
And that is 20 damage. So
Okay.
that's good. So that's 33 damage total.
Okay. And my creatures cannot roll decent initiative to save their lives. So, Jan, you are up.
I kind of carry on the conversation with the guys. Are you gonna attack us?
Well, mostly I'm getting rid of the hunter because he hurts nature, and so it's a good way to add into my research materials.
Could you point me to where your research book is by any
Oh, well,
chance?
as soon as this he shows you his book while the fight's going on behind you, Joseph.
I'm just gonna steal the book.
So you're just gonna yank it right out of his hands?
Well, there 1 second, gone the next. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand, but at disadvantage because he's literally looking at the book.
It's finally the solo after solo this monster.
I am going to use my trick roll on this.
Was it that good or that bad?
It's an 11.
Okay.
So 24.
24. He was making an attempt to keep it, when he saw you reach for it, but with the 24, you rip it out of his hands. Hey, man.
And with that, I'm just going to bonus action dash.
Okay. Rogue, you are up.
So, was that book that he just took? Was that the one that had the list of? We were looking for his friends, or is that on a
Yes.
different?
That was basically all of his research notes. He just kept one big book.
Okay. Oh, so that was your only book, huh?
Yeah, man. If I don't
Yeah,
get
it's
that
not-
back, I'm gonna have to start over from scratch, man.
Once I kill this monstrosity, you won't be starting from scratch. You'll be ending with hammer.
Well, then I think that's the the most paramount thing you got to do. I think you should call off the monster and get a new book and start right away. And I want him to make a wisdom saving throw as I cast a suggestion.
Okay.
That's brilliant.
What is the DC 15?
DC 15, yeah. I mean, he's a druid. He's got great wisdom, but still.
Yeah, I basically, for when I don't have an exact sheet, I do roll for a random. But yeah, he's gonna be like, no, man. I mean, that's not a bad idea. I think I'm just gonna kill you all and use your bodies for my next experiment.
Well,
And then the monster attacks.
He's just like, yeah, that's another way to go.
Well, Fangnar gonna turn you like
Fangnar is getting hit first.
Yeah.
And Fangnar, I do apologize. This thing is strong.
Yeah.
You're going to take 21 bludgeoning damage.
Oh fuck!
And then the next one is going to hit Rogue. Well, possibly, yeah. With this, it's going to hit Rogue. You take 21 bludgeoning damage.
When this is over, I will help you with your saving the planet where I turn you to mulch.
And then Thad is basically going to like ride on it as it starts to chase after Joseph.
Do I get help?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Do I get an AOP on?
Yes,
which of them?
everybody gets one except for Joseph, who is running.
16?
16 hits.
All right, so with my AOP, I would like to do,
13 damage.
Okay.
and you said this is a monstrosity, so that's definitely gonna work. But I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
With opportunity attack, you can only make an attack.
Warcaster. Action, I
No,
can use a
I
spell.
don't. Warcaster only lets you use a spell that targets a single opponent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I would have let him use his overpowered spell on the overpowered monster.
Sorry.
No, that's
No, hold on.
I don't know
Oh,
everything.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
All right, so
So I really do appreciate it. I'll just make jokes anyway.
I hate being a rule shark. But
No, you're
No,
good.
that's cool. We
I,
need somebody who knows.
Yeah.
I know a lot of them. I just haven't warcasted in a minute. So
Yeah.
Only one.
I mean,
okay,
you guys already have dealt severe damage.
I mean-
Fangnar alone has dealt severe damage to this thing.
I mean,
I
you can toll
need
the
to I need to enforce those rules.
I can indeed toll the dead.
Have you got whole person? Does that actually work?
It's humanoid. If it's
yeah.
counted as monstrosity, the only thing I can hold.
Good
is,
point. Yeah.
I'd be only be able to hold fan crid.
It should be quite handy.
Bad.
So, what do you
Bad.
want to cast?
Do you have 6 wounds?
I do. I'm gonna inflict wounds.
Okay.
And that is a 23.
Okay, that hits.
And that's going to, that's a bad damage, but well, it's not bad, but not good. 17 necrotic damage.
17 is definitely not bad at all.
And that was a
Okay.
cantrip level. So like, it's like, hey.
Yeah, that's really good for a cantrip.
No, actually, it's a level 1
Rogue,
spell,
do you
6
want to
wounds.
make an opportunity attack?
Yeah, but I rolled a natural 5.
Sorry,
So.
that was first level.
Okay.
Spell. Wow,
Yeah. It's arguably the strongest attack level 1 spell in the game.
So Joseph, you're running at what, 25 feet right now?
Yep.
This thing has a speed of 40. Fortunately, it's already used all of its attacks, so all it can do is basically get up next to you, and then it is Fangnar's turn.
Fangnar is going to run, but
Okay.
you see him actually put away the big hammer. and take out the little hammer and yeet it.
It's gonna throw the little hammer at the guy.
Okay, throw the little hammer.
Well,
That's a 22,
Okay, 22 hits.
and that is that's 15 bludgeoning,
Okay.
and then he's going to a multi-attack with the second big little hammer,
All right.
and that's a 12,
12 does not hit.
and that's he's caught up. How far, if he's moving normally,
Mm-hmm.
how far away is he?
Oh, it just would have been, it wouldn't even had to move the full 25 feet to get over to Joseph, so it's well
So-
within your range.
I thought you had away, so I'm just gonna
Say, because of its size from you, it's probably about 15, 20 feet away.
oh damn, I should have asked that before. Never mind. I'm gonna run up
Okay.
and take a big hammer again.
Okay. So that's all of your moves this turn?
Yep.
Okay. Jan, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm going to, this should be fun. Action, Told the Dead, wisdom saving throw 15.
Okay. Oh, there's a 4 on the die. There's no way that's ever going to make it. So
That's
roll damage.
so close to max damage. I saw that 12 roll on my screen. I was like, yes, but 6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'd like to cast Spiritual Weapon right above the, like,
Okay.
floating with the monstrosity, and I'm going to take a swing with it.
Okay.
It is a nat 20, so 27 to
Hey!
hit.
All right.
Hey!
Roll damage.
And then it's going to be, Jesus Christ, 13 force damage because I got a 8 and a 1.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
13 force damage. And
Uh, I mean, it's still up, but you've hurt it severely. Like there's, broken limbs all over it because of everything you guys have done. Joseph, you were trying to run away. Dad is riding after you on the giant collection of body parts. Like, hey man, bring that back.
just psychic rapier to its face with a
Okay.
16.
16. Yeah, roll damage for me, but this is sort of just double checking.
Standard 9 because I rolled a 6 and I've got a +3 to the proficiency. To not the proficiency, but the actual
Okay.
attribute associated with it. So
Uh,
yay.
Your psychic blade goes into its head and it stops moving for a minute and then begins to fall forward. Because that was, I should have given this thing some more health, but it would also crush you with a single hit. But for my fun, make a dex save.
Oh great. You're asking the rogue to make a dex save. Okay.
Yeah, you are
Uh,
missing some toes. Make it a disadvantage. Thanks for reminding me.
13.
13. All right. You're going to take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as it lands on top of you. But Dad is already going to retrieve his book because that hand is sticking out. I was like, oh, good, man. I was going to have to just like redo all my research, man.
you
I
see
still
fat-
have a bonus action that I haven't taken.
Okay. I'll allow you to use your bonus action.
A psychic dagger comes out of that hand right into his head.
Okay, make the attack roll.
11.
11. No, that is not going to hit. But Rogue,
Just a muffled.
Rogue, it is still your turn as this guy takes the book and starts running away.
Okay. I'm going to just call out to him. Hey, wait, what do you call it when a good berry runs by? A snack of opportunity. And I need to make him make a wisdom save for a hideous laughter.
Okay.
Nice.
You know what? There was a 3 on the die. Let me use my trick roll just to give him a chance. You know what? That was a waste. There's no way his 3 was ever going to be enough. Yep. He stops and starts chuckling at that.
So hideous laughter basically makes him fall prone and
Okay.
just uncontrollable. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just rolling there laughing at the joke.
Okay.
I
Guys,
think we're
so-
officially out of combat.
Yeah, like guys, we have Kizzy can make a save at the end of each last
No.
a minute. We can just try to wail on him while he's prone. or
Fang
time-
knows just
yeah.
Fangos has gone over there. He doesn't appreciate being set on by giant monstrous thing.
From underneath the monstrosity, you just hear a where's help.
I'll try to help them out.
Okay. Yeah, it won't take too much. I mean, it's heavy, but it's just heavy lifting to, kind of move this thing's giant head where it's no longer on top of Joseph.
I will do that.
Just kill the guy. Kill him.
Hey, druid! What you call a druid that gets hit with a hammer?
And I was going to say if there's anything he could do right quick, but go ahead and just roll the attack.
And it's with advantage.
Advantage.
Prone.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
21.
21 hits.
And that is 15.
Okay. He's hurt, but he's still up.
Second attack.
Okay.
And that's a 20.
Okay, 20 hits.
And that is another 16.
Okay. Just go ahead and tell us how you kill him.
Like as he hits after he says the joke, he hits him twice as nothing because he's dead.
No. You go. It's a Drew dead. Drew dead. That's
You
how
say-
you finish the pub.
I don't do punchlines. I do hammer lines.
He does hammer time. And at this point, Jan snaps his finger and the spiritual weapon dissipates.
Rogue will pretend that he got hit with hideous laughter when Fangnar did his joke.
Nice.
I was just yeah. I look at the monstrosity. I look at the dead druid, and then I look over at the lab, and I'm like, why would anyone allow this to happen?
Legal loopholes, basically. It'd be like, and then you just stand up calmly and be like, yeah, legal loopholes mostly. If they're not considered people, then when they die, it's not technically murder because murder is only unlawful killing. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, he's actually right that because this is a lifer prison, then for the purposes of inheritance, everyone thrown in here is just considered legally dead.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm saying it's right, just saying that's why they would allow it because you can't kill people who are already dead.
Fangnar pick up book and walks over. Here, gives book to Joseph.
Joseph starts looking for any mentions of elves being used and looking for any sort of description that follows into to his friend having been used as part of the experiments or anything. Just pretty much
I would like to give Joseph a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
This one will be much shorter.
Oh.
So
You know,
oh, I think that you found yourself a cheerleader. I am always right here to inspire.
you know,
Oh,
I think these days, I think given the theme of today's episode, at some point, if you could ukulele Cake's Italian leather sofa, that would be great.
If I knew it, maybe.
oh, yeah, that actually would be very fitting.
When he's reading the book, I'm just gonna ransack his thing to see if there's anything useful.
Okay, Joseph, you can make. Both of you can make an investigation check. But because of the inspiration, I will let Joseph have advantage on top of bardic inspiration because we actually got the real song.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Jan, what did you get?
15.
15. Okay, so Jan, I'll cover you first. Like I said, there's a lot of brains in jars, like about a dozen of them. And then there are surgical tools. But other than that, it's like different plants, and it's actually set up with magical lighting to help the plants grow. But there was nothing edible about the plants. They're just nice looking plants. Joseph, on your end, this is a very large tome, and it's written, by a hippie scientist. So it's going to take you a while to really understand what all he was going on about, but you do find enough references that make you think that one of the brains is your friend, which means that according to the book you're reading, his brain was one of them that was replaced with an animal, which means the body is run off somewhere. It did note that this one went particularly well, and it appears to have been a solid connection between the new brain and the new body.
I just run over to the druid's dead body and just smashing my heel into whatever pulp is left of its head.
I just wanted to point out that before that, you probably could have cast Speak with Dead, but now there's not enough left of the jaw.
I could. No, it's too late now. It's jawless. It's a jawless attempt.
I'd like to at least loot the body if nobody else has.
This, real check quick, but he doesn't have anything of any significant value because he was a hippie druid. And he didn't really believe in material wealth, man.
Man, all the only good berries, not even a granola bar. Damn.
Yeah, because making granola would have hurt Mother Nature, so he couldn't do that.
Could someone raise dead so I could kill him again?
I mean, I could, but I'm not wasting the materials so you can kill something again.
Spoil sport.
Well, hey, you want me to bring him up so you can kill him again, or give you more healing points so you could kill something else? Your decision. And I just retreat into my shell and say, "Fuck this."
like you see him aim, see the shell, and basically his hammer looks at shell, hammer.
Would cure wounds be able to return portions of my friend's body to him, or do we need to take him into a regeneratist to find something that can regenerate his body, because he's one of the brains floating there?
Well, just based on the time, and I will say you have two options. One, the person who could quickly answer these questions is you just shattered their skull when they were already dead. Two, you would have to find someone much more knowledgeable because I did neglect one thing, Jan. While you were looking, you did find a book of flesh golem making.
Ooh,
so you would need
nice.
someone who understands all of that to be able to answer your question. or you can sit and study the book for quite a long time. But it's not your area of expertise. I don't think you have Arcana training proficiency. So
I do not know.
There's potentially another solution that takes a little bit of time, but if we could find the body that your brother's or your friend's body that has the animal brain in it, and I don't know if we know enough to do the transfer, but we do. If we have the body and the brain and technically kill them both, you could do that raise dead thing, and maybe that.
Side note, how intact is dude's, wait, we have the brain, but not the body, right?
yes.
Okay, so how intact is dude's body? Can it fit a brain in there?
The dead guy, the druid.
Yes.
No, Joseph crushed the skull. That's
Uh,
assuming any of you had the medical knowledge to attempt to reverse engineer what he did.
I could do a medicine check, maybe.
Okay, I'll allow a medicine check.
Okay.
Since you
Let's-
have the notes, I'll let you do that at advantage.
All right. Don't fail me now. I hate everything. Oh no, actually 16 is not bad.
Okay. This isn't really a sterile medical environment, but there's always the chance you could get it right if you want to start, trying to put people's brains back into their bodies.
I look at Joseph, I was like, I could try.
We would need to find the other body first, wouldn't
We
we?
could use this body. And I point to dead guy on the ground.
No, we're not sticking him into that.
You sure? I mean, it's,
No, I want this body burned. I want the ashes scattered into a cesspit for for the Iron Duke's own personal cesspit. I want him to never experience any sort of joy in the afterlife. I don't even want anything to be able to bring him back. I want him to just lay in the wastes of thousands upon thousands of generations after this for what he has done.
Do you want him pulverized?
No, because there would still be organic material left to bring back.
Depends on
I
how
just-
much you pulverize him.
I just kind of hold my hand out and cast Sacred Flame on him and burn his body.
Uh,
It'll take a while, but that will work.
All right. Cantrip, baby. What?
I will gather up the ashes and put them into a jar, and I will just put that into my bag. And
Okay.
I'm just
You have a jar of hippie ashes.
Hippie asses.
Fangnar now pulls out large pieces of meat and starts numbing on them.
Should we rest a little bit, guys? Just.
Like,
seems
yeah.
Hey, anyone want dragon duck jerky?
Well,
Uh,
we actually will start to wrap everything up here because that it's getting just a little bit late on this end, and I know for some of you guys it's even later. So while Joseph will handle some of the story moments later, the fact that you have now cremated the person you could have brought back and gotten some direct answers from, but you will have the option of figuring this out in downtime. Let me know what you want to do.
yeah.
Oh, guys!
In my defense, that was Joseph's fault. I was just the cremator. He said he didn't want him. I took care of it.
absolutely. I was waiting to see if someone thought of it.
I still recommend either we definitely should take the brain of the friend. The case, even
If
we
you
have
can
that
figure
piece,
out which one it is, there's
fair.
just about
I think
12
we're
of
just
them.
gonna take all the brains.
Yeah.
Okay.
but-
About 12.
But if we're able to like take the time, which to take forever, to navigate this place and find the actual body, kill it. Maybe then you could raise dead and be like, oh, hey, hi, there it is.
I think basically what I'm gonna do during like the downtime period is just kind of like when we take long rests, just study the book and whatnot, and see if I can't like learn more about it and whatnot.
Fangnar is going to eat preserved dragon duck.
Sounds
All
good.
right. Well,
The one thing Rogue would push for, if if/when I think if we get out of the mind, whatever it is, if there's any way we can destroy the entrance so nobody can be thrown down here again, that would be great.
The problem with that is that the entrance is where the guards keep, like, it's locked up basically, but they will, they're able to access it to throw people in or to retrieve the ore and send supplies down. So given time, you can find it, but it's going to be very difficult to collapse.
Fair.
And they would notice your attempts. But I
Side
still
note,
like the idea.
Side note, Rogue, are you able to wear medium armor, or what kind of armor do you have currently?
Let's see. What is it? Armor class. I've got leather armor. I don't know if I can wear medium. Maybe.
You're a bard class. I believe you have light proficiency only.
But
Only
that's
light?
something we can do. If you guys
Yeah,
are
yeah.
able to join us again in the future, we can figure that out. So for now, let's just go ahead and wrap things up. We'll start with this time. We'll go with Rogue. Sean, tell us who you are and where we can find you on the internet.
Oh, sure. So yeah, I'm Sean. You can find me at DonutDude777 on Twitter. You can also look up ukulele, metagame pigeons, ukulele, D&D Beyond, ukulele, good old acapella, because I'm weird like that. And you can find my videos on YouTube. I've got a Ko-fi page. It's just ko-fi.com/ukulele Sean, where I write silly songs for people if they want me to. And I'm also on another stream called Misty Steps. It's on twitch.tv/Carney Sideshow every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific. So you can find me. I play Fib, the Fearbolg monk.
And Arshis.
Hi, I'm Arshis. You can find me here occasionally, occasionally, and you can also find me every other Sunday causing chaos with my equally stupid but far more charismatic character Alex Trest. In Vampire the Rec Room. And you can also find me on Twitter, same handle, Arshis of Treth. And you can also find me on Discord with the same handle. And if you find me in the bushes, just ignore me. I'm just doing my thing.
And Shiv.
Shiv, you can find me at Twitch. Basically, my handle is the same, Shivlock, SHIVLOCKE. And yeah, I'm everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
And Kyle.
You can catch me on YouTube and Twitch by my handle of FlintUwood756. Every other Sunday, I do the Vampire the Requiem tabletop game with Arshis and Andy. And on Wednesdays on Twitch, I do a podcast called Beyond the Spine, which is diving in depth to different tabletop RPGs with another player from our group, Nick. And right now we're going through Exalted, and then after that we're going to be deep diving into Vampire the Requiem First Edition and talking about some of the differences from Second Edition.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today.
What about you, Andy?
Andy, if you're watching this, you're already on my channel. You know how to find me. I'm Warp Films. Everyone on the internet. You can also follow the show on Twitter at trick_roll. We have all of our links. If you want to come in and buy our lovely players some trick die, give them to me. I need them more. It's clear. I'm suffering here. But thank you so much. We'll be back next week for Vampire the Requiem. In 2 weeks, we'll be back here where we get to find out how we'll wrap all this up for Joseph, and then we will find out what Giles was doing because he didn't get to join this adventure. Let's just say that there might have been a rumor of a unicorn on the gloomy meadows, but who knows? Farewell, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice.